Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today for this energizing and grounding morning yoga flow. I'm Chelsea with Ascend Your Asana, and let's get started today. We're going to start in child's pose, so bring your toes together, your knees nice and wide, and just walk your hands down, gently resting your frontal lobe on the mat, and taking a few deep breaths to really center your mind. If you haven't already, just close your eyes and let go of any external thoughts. Slow the movement of your breath and simply be present within yourself and your body. On every inhale, feel the vibrational energy entering your lungs, swelling through your body. And exhale. On your next inhale, feel a pull from your upper back and rise up gently. Exhale back down. Inhale, push the mat away, rounding out the spine, and release back to the mat. One more deep inhale, pushing the mat up, rounding out the spine. Gently lower down. And on your next inhale, rise back up, this time coming up into upward facing dog, lifting the knees off the mat, opening up your heart, and entering into child's pose again. Inhale, round through the spine, push the mat away, opening through the heart. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, rounding up, filling your lungs. Exhale into downward facing dog. Find your comfort zone. This time, feel free to pedal out the legs as needed. Really get comfortable. Inhaling that positive energy into your body. Stretch it out, awakening the joints. And we're just going to take some slow hip dips to each side. So bend those knees and kind of dip over to the right and to the left. Just awakening the body. And now place your left knee on the mat, your left hand under your left shoulder, and open up to the side, raising that right leg in kneeling half moon pose. Maybe you reach behind and grab your ankle, getting a nice chest opening stretch, stretching through the hip flexor muscles, and breathing up that energy, and slowly release. Dropping that right foot in between the hands if you can, and rising up into a low lunge, cactusing the arms, deep inhale here. Slowly release into a half split, releasing the hands. Inhale, arms up and wide, cactusing, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Exhale, release into that half split. Inhale, back up, cactusing the arms, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, release, hamstring stretch. Ooh. And drop down, push the mat away and rise up, opening up that left hand to the sky and reaching up into warrior two. Check your hands here, make sure they're shoulder level. Exhale, release into revolved warrior. Opening up, binding the arm behind the body. And slowly entering into a low lunge on your right side. Pushing the arms in prayer, maybe opening them up. Opening up that left hand to the ceiling, swelling through the front body. Hold and release up into a wide forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe you rest your forearms on the mat. Just taking a few deep breaths, swaying through the movement, allowing your body to release. Cactus those fingers now, and inhale, walking over to the other side. Inhale that left leg up, come into one leg chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath. Let's do those hip dips again. Bending those knees, dipping your hips down to the left, to the right. Pausing a moment, dropping that right knee to the mat. In lining up that left or that right arm with the right elbow, rising up that left arm and leg into kneeling half moon. Maybe you reach behind and grab that left ankle, opening up through the front body. Breathe through the stretch. Slowly release now, dropping that left foot in between your hands, rising up, cactusing those arms deep. Inhale. Maybe you bind your hands behind your back, opening up through the heart, pulling down and releasing into half split. Inhale, rise up, cactusing, squeezing those shoulder blades. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release. Pick up that right knee. Open up that right arm now to the ceiling. Gaze high. Flip your palm and let's rise up into warrior two. Palms towards the floor, gazing over those left fingertips. Inhale, revolved warrior, binding that right arm behind the body. And exhale, release into that lateral lunge. Arms in prayer. Maybe you open up now those arms. Or maybe you stay in prayer. Right arm high, gaze following. Deep inhale. Release, walking your hands in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, wide forward fold. Let your head hang heavy, sway back and forth. Maybe you clasp your elbows now into a wide-legged ragdoll. Connecting with your breath, feeling the energy flow. Maybe rocking back and forth, bending those knees, swaying to one side and then the other. Connecting with your breath, feeling the energy flow through your joints, awakening the body. Releasing your hands, opening up the right hand to the ceiling, gaze high. Release, left hand now. Inhale as you raise your arm up. Exhale as you release. Inhale the other side. And sink a little deeper. Walking over to the right side now, releasing that right leg to the ceiling. One-legged chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. Reconnect with your breath and ground through that left foot as we inhale that right foot up and back. Exhale, bringing that knee towards your chest and dropping those feet in between your hands. Rising up into crescent lunge. Arms in prayer, we hinge at the waist, driving that left knee forward. Exhale as release into warrior three. Dropping that left leg down. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Rising up, driving that left knee forward. Exhale, warrior three. Dropping. Inhale. Exhale, rise up. Warrior three. Dropping that left leg. Inhale as you release the arms behind the body, clasping fingers. Deep inhale, slight back bend. Exhale, release, allowing your arms to come up behind the back. Release your hands to the mat. One-legged chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath. This time grounding through that right leg as you drive that left leg back, dropping the foot in between the hands, rising up into crescent lunge. Arms in prayer, releasing, folding, hinging at the hips, driving that right knee up. And exhale, warrior three. Drop that right leg back. Inhale, hinge. Drive the knee up. Exhale, warrior three. Release. One more. Inhale. Exhale into warrior three. Hold the moment and release. Deep inhale. Palms in prayer. Release your arms towards the mat. Take a one-legged chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. Release now, dropping your knees to the mat and coming into a seated position. Bring your knees up, feet on the mat. And we're going to do some boat exercises. So see if you can hover your feet off the mat, extending that left leg as you drop your right toes to the mat and vice versa. Think about keeping your spine long, core active and engaged, and really focus on isolating that movement, engaging that core. Breathe through the posture. Hold here in full boat posture. Check your spine. Make sure it's nice and long and active. Deep breaths. Hold. And release down. Coming into a lying down posture, we are going to continue our ab exercises. So extend those arms overhead. Tap that right arm to the left foot. Tap that left arm to the right foot and just continue switching. Keep that core engaged, lower back on the mat, toes pointed, everything engaged and active in the body. Release. Tap, tap. Stay active and controlled. Take a breath and a breather if you need to. Now hold, keeping those feet at the top. Bring your arms over and pulse, pulse, pulse. Abs completely engaged here. Pulse, pulse. A couple more. You can do it. And release. Whew. That was rough. Rest your palms on the mat. We're going to do a couple bridge. So bring your feet up towards your booty. Inhale that pelvis high. Inhale, rise up. Exhale. Notice what I'm doing with my pelvis here. I'm rocking it back and then rocking it forward before coming up. Exhale, rock it back. Rock it forward and up. And down, anterior tilt, posterior tilt, lift. Engaging the core, pushing the arms into the mat. And feel those quads engage as you rise, lifting your pelvis towards the ceiling. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Maybe you clasp your arms behind your back, walk your shoulder blades in just a bit, and breathe through this posture. Knees squeezing towards each other, and slowly release down. Feel free to gently hug your knees in towards your chest, giving yourself a nice spinal rock now. Gently rocking back and forth. Good. Just reconnecting with your breath. Release your legs down. Use your left hand to guide those knees over to the left side as you open up your right arm towards the right. Feel free to close your eyes if you need to, and just be present in the moment. How are you feeling at this time? Is your breath returning to normal? And come back up and now guide your knees over to the other side, opening up that left arm, gaze following your fingertips. And just taking a few deep breaths. Grounding yourself. We're not trying to think about anything that we need to get done today. We're simply being present in the moment. Now feel free to grab the outer edges of the feet, pull those knees towards your armpits, and come into happy baby. Again, rocking back and forth, awakening that spine. And just being gentle with the body this morning. Reconnecting with your breath. Hug those knees again. Bring that chin up toward your knees. Full body squeeze. And release. Rolling up now, rocking on the spine as you come up into a seated posture. And you can join me in easy seated posture at the front of your mat. Let's inhale, rising, bringing our arms up towards the ceiling, gaze high, palms in prayer now at our third eye, bringing our hands down to our lips and eventually to our heart center. Visualize yourself receiving positive, healing, vibrant energy that restores your body and mind. And find gratitude today for this beautiful energy you're welcoming into your body. And let this energy flow through every cell of your being, swelling your body with gratitude and light, and beautiful radiant energy that you can then put forth into the world. Thank you guys so much for joining me today in this morning's energizing and grounding yoga flow. I hope you have a beautiful day.